So my very first connection to the Urban League put on a oratorical contest for high school students, and I received the oratorical scholarship from the Urban League. But since then, I've become a part of the Urban Leaders Institute. I was in class 23.1, the new class of the Urban Leaders Institute. Met some incredible people. The leadership of the Urban League was awesome. I do work for Kroger. I'm a business development manager for Kroger Prescription Plans, but I also am a part owner of OTR Live and Treehouse Patio Bar, which is downtown. And we do a lot of different events and host different events, and we're a party place where people come to have fun. And we also have a new place opening up in Fairfield. Still working on a name, so I can't release that yet. Well, it's exciting. When I first got the call that I would become a Journey Award recipient, it was exciting to be recognized for things that you do. As an individual, I want to help and work with everyone that I can, but to have an organization like the Urban League reach out and to recognize you for the work that you do is an incredible feeling.
So I got involved with the Urban League through a mentor who told me that the YP movement was starting up. It was the same year that the national conference was taking place in Cincinnati, and he said this is going to be something special. They're already doing a lot of great things around the country, and I was like, yeah, sounds like something I have to be a part of, because it's going to have a lot of the talented people that are going to really impact this generation and this country moving forward. So for me, my vision is always focused on impacting people. I say I live in the area of opportunity and access. And so for me, I always try to figure out how to activate, because people oftentimes don't know where the opportunities are and they can't figure out how to access it. And being the person that knows how to acquire both of those things and inform people about that, I love knowing what people want to do and pushing that forward. YP is an organization that I truly am in love with, because it's an organization that I've got out what I've put in. And I knew the talents that I had, but I didn't know how to utilize them and make money off of them. And so I did a lot of free work with YP, frankly. And through all this stuff and through some of the tough jobs I've had and amazing jobs and amazing people, I've grown an awareness of where my skill sets can be utilized and networks that have allowed me to go into those arenas. And now I'm a business developer for a company, and I didn't even know business development was a job at one point, and now I'm loving everything I do every day.
I found out about the Urban League through my sister. She was, her boyfriend was signed up for it, and I just called up and see could I get in, because I was looking for employment. I learned how to fill out applications like they're supposed to be, and went to interviews. I was like, this is a good opportunity for me to better myself. I'm a maintenance technician, so I interacted and just fixing apartments up. It's a lot of new stuff I didn't know. Well, the Urban League showed me good things just to better myself, as far as finding employment and working with other people. It was a good program and learned a lot.
Growing up, from my family, I learned about the Urban League and the NAACP. That's as a child. So when I became an adult, naturally, I wanted to get involved. We were taught to get involved, from home. I started working with the volunteering with the Urban League when I was still employed, and my employer, IBM, gave me time off to volunteer for the Urban League, and I did. And I taught a class at the Skills Training Center. After that, I joined the Urban League, and then I joined the Guild. So I am proud to say that I've had a relationship with the Urban League for over 30 years. And I always like to tease everyone, tell them I was the first YP. I was a YP before they had YPs. And I'm a member of the Quarter Century Club, National Urban League Quarter Century Club, and you have to be involved for at least 25 years, and I've been involved for over 30. I was really surprised as being selected to be an honoree for a Journey Award. I never thought of myself as being recognized in this way, because I do what I do for the Urban League because I love the league and I love its mission. I'm really appreciative of this honor.
Well, actually, my first affiliation with the Urban League dates back to 1994 when I was actually employed with the U.S. government as a special agent with the Treasury Department. Fast forward to 2008, I had retired from the government and decided for whatever reason to purchase a company, Premier Mail and Fulfillment, a full-service mailing, printing, and product fulfillment company. Love telling the story about my first sales call where I thought I was doing a great job, and at the conclusion, the individual that I was talking to said that he wasn't interested in my product. I immediately realized that I could not pull out my badge, my gun, or grand jury subpoena, so I needed some training. Contacted the Urban League, who at the time was working with the African American Chamber of Commerce, and they had just started a program called the African American Business Development Program, AABDP. Through that program, met Sheila Mixon and attended a 6-month training program, and quite honestly, it is a big reason why we're still in business today. As far as being selected to be a Journey Award winner, I'm honored. On one hand, when I was first told, I thought, my God, am I getting that old? Hopefully this isn't the end of the journey. Again, I'm just very honored, and I really appreciate everything that the Urban League and its employees, as well as everyone that I've been affiliated with through the league, has done for me as well as for my company.
I was actually going through a hard time in my life, and I was referred to go to the Urban League by a good friend of mine. When I first got there, I kind of struggled with going through a 3-week program, not getting paid because I have a family, and I'm just trying to take care of my family and do what's right. But finally, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna see what this is about. I'm gonna put in the work, and I got in there and I grinded. Went through the SOAR program, went through the Construction Connection program, and here I stand today. It's kind of hard to explain because, I wasn't expecting this, and my journey has been long. My journey is my story, and for my story to be highlighted as a success, it means a lot to me, and especially my family, because they get to witness this and witness the journey from the very beginning up until now and into the future. So having this as something that my children can look back on and say that my dad did this, to me that feels, I can't even put a word on it to describe it because the feeling is so wonderful.